everyone, this is Tamara, and welcome to a bonus episode. This episode was pre-recorded on Friday, September 22nd, the first day of fall. If you'd like immediate access to this type of content, be sure to follow me on Anchor. My name on there is Shelf Addiction as well. Or you can stream live on anchor.fm/shelfaddiction, or you can download the free Anchor apps on both iOS and Android. They're easy to find in the app stores. Thank you for checking in, downloading, and streaming the episode. I really appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed the bonus episode. As always, you can always leave me feedback by finding me on Twitter at shelfaddiction or emailing in comments at info@shelfaddiction.com or leaving an internet voice message on SpeakPipe. The link is below in the show notes. Hey everyone, it is the first day of fall. Yay! I love fall. If you guys listen to me or read my blog or listen to my podcast, then you know fall is one of my favorite times of the year. So I thought this would be the perfect day to share 10 books that are on my reading list for fall. Actually, the page turner here on Anchor listed her top 10 books for fall back on Tuesday when she did her segment Top 10 Tuesday, and that inspired me to also share my top 10, but I thought that I would share it on the first day of fall officially, which is today, Friday. And speaking of Friday, happy Friday, by the way. So I'm going to go through my list. My entire list are all equally important to me. Just because number one is number one doesn't mean that it's my most anticipated or anything. They're all equally anticipated. If, everything goes well, I will have all of these books listened to before the first day of winter. So we shall see how it goes. So let's kick things off with number one. Number one is Follow Me Back by A.V. Geiger. I believe that's how you pronounce the name. If I'm saying it wrong, I apologize now. It is a YA contemporary mystery, and it is all about this guy who is frightened by his obsessed fans. They take their devotion a little bit too far, and it ends up kind of being this whole murder mystery. And I think this guy, Eric Thorne, who is a celebrity, ends up, I think, working with someone that tweets him or texts him or is a troll or something, and they fall into a relationship, and then when they meet in the real world, some things happen. Is it a catfish situation? I don't know. It sounds crazy, and that's why it's so interesting to me. So number two is Emma in the Night by Wendy Walker. This is an adult mystery / thriller, and pretty much one night 3 years ago, the Tanner sisters disappear. A 15-year-old and a 17-year-old. 3 years later, one of the sisters returns without the other sister. So this is a story about a kidnapping and betrayal in a mysterious island where the two were held, and it has something to do with a forensic psychiatrist, and some things aren't adding up, and it looks like it's a dysfunctional family involved. Lots of drama, like I like. So this sounds really interesting, so I'll definitely be checking out Emma in the Night. Number three is Haunt. It's an anthology, and it has, I think, 6 authors, I believe. Maybe a little bit more. I could be wrong. But it was published by Marie Piper. She is the main author, I guess, who put this anthology together. And I've already started it. I started it today, actually. And it is, I guess, lots of stories that have a wide range of tales, including, haunted dwellings. So that sounds really fun. I read the first story already, which is called Roommates by Katie Tatry, and it was really cool. So I'm looking forward to the remaining stories in that trilogy. The next book, number 4, is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. This is a science fiction dystopia novel. It's for adults, although it's been labeled as young adult fiction many, many times. And it's a futuristic, it takes place in 2044, where reality is really ugly. I guess they play games, and everyone is all involved in this virtual utopia known as Oasis. And I've heard lots and lots and lots of amazing things about this book, and I really want to get it done before the movie comes out, because this is already being made into a movie adaptation, and you guys know I love movie and TV adaptations, so this one is definitely high on my must-read list. we're going to jump into book 5, and then we will continue in the second part. So book 5 is Shadow Shaper by Daniel Jose Holder. I definitely love this because it's YA fantasy paranormal, and I really appreciate that it is a multicultural story. You know, I don't read very much YA fantasy and paranormal that has a multicultural cast, and I love that. So it's been described as Cassandra Clare meets Caribbean legend, but it really has that like whole Latin vibe about it. The main character, she is looking forward to a fun summer of making art and hanging out with her friends and skating in Brooklyn, and then some weird zombie guy crashes the party. Interesting. So from that point, it takes off into this crazy ride. So I'm definitely looking forward to reading Shadow Shaper. Okay guys, let's jump right into the second half of my list. Number 6, we're going to kick things off with Renegades by Marissa Meyer. It is the first book in her brand new series. I'm not sure if it's a trilogy or more, but this is YA fantasy. And Marissa Meyer is well known for her Lunar Chronicle series. That was just amazing. I really love the Lunar Chronicle series. So I'm really curious to see if she can do it again and have 2 home run series. We will see. So essentially, Renegades are a syndicate of prodigies. They're humans with extraordinary abilities, and that just sounds amazing to me. So really, I guess it's probably this whole, post-apocalyptic type thing as well, where, there's a messed up society and peace and order has been disrupted, and now it's chaos. So maybe there's a lot of things going on with these special, extraordinary humans. So I'm very curious to see how this is going to roll. The cover art's beautiful. It looks great. I'm excited for it. Number 7 is Till Death by Jennifer Armentrout. Now, I love Jennifer L. Armentrout. I've read many things by her, but this particular book is romance/mystery. And I have read a lot of things by her that are more, like new adult fantasy, I guess. So, but I'm here for it. So this is about a woman who left her hometown in West Virginia, and she escaped the twice serial killer known as the Groom. So she returns home, and I guess she's there to help her family, the family business or something. And then, this FBI agent vows to protect her. You know how that goes. So another woman disappears, and then more women are disappearing, and they're wondering, is the Groom back, or is this a copycat? So this sounds really good, and I thought it would be perfect for fall because it has a serial killer in it, and it's Jennifer L. Armentrout, so why not? Alright, number 8 is Spectacle. It's the second book in the Menagerie trilogy. I think it's a trilogy by Rachel Vincent. I read the first one, Menagerie, I think it was early last year, so of course I want to continue, and because of the topic, I thought this would be fun for fall as well. So essentially it's about, I guess, a circus, but not really a circus. It's about a menagerie of people who are quote unquote exotic wildlife, things like, people who change into different type of animals, and they're considered attractions, and they comprise of, beings like mermaids and minotaurs and kelpies and all random things, and people keep them in this menagerie and they cart them around like it's a circus. It's very interesting. So the end of the last book ended on this really good note, so I'm really curious to see where Vincent goes with it. Book number 9 is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. This is YA fantasy. She is well known for Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy, which I absolutely adored. It was amazing. Oh my God, it was so amazing. So Strange the Dreamer came out earlier this summer, and it's been on my list all summer long. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. So, I think it's like a whole heaven and hell type of thing. Her previous series had to do with angels and, demons, gods, and things like that. So I think this is going to be more of the same. We'll see. I don't really know much about it, except for it takes place in this place called Weep. And obviously it's going to be a roller coaster ride. I expect good things from Laini Taylor. So the final 10th book is Silence Fallen by Patricia Briggs. This is the 10th book in the Mercy Thompson series. If you've been following me, you know I'm doing a urban fantasy read-along, and right now we are in the Mercy Thompson arena. This is the final book before there's going to be a long wait before the 11th book. Patricia Briggs has had some family things come up. I think her husband passed, and some other things have happened from what I understand, and Mercy Thompson has been put on the back burner. So if you're a Mercy Thompson fan, Silence Fallen came out earlier this year, and that is it for a while. I don't think we'll get another Mercy Thompson book for about 2 years, but Mercy finally leaves her home territory, and she's, out doing other things, and, Adam and the rest of the pack are looking for her. You know how it goes. If you read Mercy Thompson, then Mercy loves to find trouble, and Adam and the pack try to save her. So that's it for my top 10. Are you reading any of these? All right, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in today and checking out my 10 books to read this fall. I really enjoyed putting this list together. I hope you are able to pick up a few of these books. If you're not reading the series, you can read the standalones, or you can start a series of any of these books. They're all great. All the series that I mentioned are fabulous. I hope you get something out of it. I know I will be very happy to read all these books. I'm super excited for them, and I'm glad I picked 10, because any more than that, it just wouldn't be possible to get completed this fall. But some of these will be audiobooks, maybe a few. Maybe 3 of them might be audiobooks, and that's based on feedback that I've gotten from other readers that really enjoyed the audiobook version. So, feel free to check a few of these out on audiobooks as well. It counts. As long as you're reading, listening, it's all good. Just consume books. That's what I say. So if you have your own top 10 list, hey, share it with me. Or even if you have a couple that are on theme for fall, maybe because it's a little scary or whatnot, please share it with me. I'm always game to add books to my TBR list. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch you next time. Bye.
The audio you just heard was recorded in Anchor. Learn more at anchor.fm.